Hello and welcome. My name is Kieran Shepherd from kgstudio.co.uk. Thank you for dropping by. This video is 5 awesome tips for beginners looking to get into web design. So without further ado, let's get it started. So in 2021, there is absolutely no need for you to learn how to program. I know, I said it, right? With the availability of software and just so many tools online, you don't need to learn how to program anymore. Obviously, learning how to code will help your career further down the line as a web designer, and it'll push you further than somebody who doesn't learn how to program. But as a beginner, you don't need to learn how to program. So you're probably thinking, okay, Kieran, then how do I start? Well, you start with the right tools, which we'll cover right now. So first and foremost, including my site, is built using WordPress. I'm sure you've heard of WordPress. It's a free-to-use CMS, which basically means control management system. So it has a back end and a front end. Obviously, the front end is what your visitors will see, what your clients will see, and the back end is what you work from. It's super easy to use. There's a whole bunch of templates if you want to go that route, or there's a whole bunch of plugins, which is what WordPress primarily uses to help build the website. So what we're going to do is I'll show you my number one favorite plugin for building websites with WordPress, and that would be Elementor. I use Elementor Pro. There is a free version of Elementor. Quite frankly, pause this video. You can use the link below, or you can Google Elementor. Go check out their website. It'll completely blow your minds. It's a web builder that makes everything so much easier. As you can see on the screen, you'll have this area here. Just go Google it. I promise you, you'll love it. I'm considering doing videos on it soon, so if that's something you want to see, drop a comment and I'll get on top of that. But this basically takes all the hassle, all the need for programming out of your website. There's no need to touch a line of code. You can build actual beautiful websites using this. Like I say, my website is actually built using Elementor Pro with a few other plugins for gimmicks and whatnot, but as you can see, you can build beautiful menus, so many different things. So honestly, I recommend that you check out Elementor Pro. It's not an ad, but it will definitely change your game. That much I can promise you. The second tool that I would recommend is you need good hosting. Okay? Let's say that again together. You need good hosting. Without good hosting, your website's going to be slow, sluggish, and frankly, crap. Okay? Nobody, I think you have about 8 seconds, maybe less, it could be 2 seconds before somebody clicks off your website. So if you're sat there, you know yourself, you hate long loading websites. So why would you want your website to be long loading, right? I use Kingstar. When I originally wrote the article, which we'll get to later, I used Name Hero, but that was when I was on a lower budget. So now I've I've updated a bit. I'm sure you can, if you're beginning, I'm sure you feel that struggle. You don't want to throw a whole bunch of money into something you're not too sure is going to work out. But be confident. Be confident. With my videos, I promise you'll succeed. But yeah, so what you need is quality hosting. Kingstar actually provides hosting specifically for WordPress, which is, at least from my point of view, perfect. So give them a check. Obviously, they have a free demo. The link could be in the bio and all that good stuff. So those are just free tools that I recommend. If you're new, learn those tools. Like I say, I'm probably going to drop some tutorials on those soon. So if there's something specific that you're trying to learn, please let me know and I'll try my best to make you a video around it. The next thing that you want to learn, so tip number 2 is learn basic SEO, right? I'm sure you've heard SEO, search engine optimization, which is essentially getting your website on Google, Yahoo, Bing, Ask Jeeves, if that's still a thing, I don't know, hopefully. But this will hold you in good stead as you start to progress, because everybody wants to get their website online. Well, obviously, but more on the front pages of Google, because that's prime real estate right there. So being able to offer clients or just yourself, even if the website you're building is a personal website, it's great to rank on Google. You can use, there's so many different techniques. Again, with WordPress, there is plugins that will help make the whole SEO process easier, which trust me, it can get tricky. So that's definitely what you want. I brought this up on Google, just some SEO power words, just because there's so many different ways to rank on using SEO. So having power words in your titles, so how to avoid these mistakes, top 10 basic Elementor tips, etc. on a post. These things will help you greatly, so definitely check that out. We go back here, the remainder is going to be me talking. So the other tip I would follow is follow trends. So tip number 3 is follow upcoming trends. Why? Well, frankly, if you're building websites, again, this video is 2021, so we're absolutely fresh. So if you're building websites, time is only going to pass. So you need to know what people want now. I would recommend the site awards.com, I believe it is. Oops, I spelled that wrong. But this will showcase you the absolute best websites on the internet right now, what's popping, what people are looking for. Whilst I don't recommend attempting to build some of these sites or promising clients you can build sites like this, from a practice point of view, you should take elements from each of these sites that you like. So for example, this is a calligraphy type site. So here we go. This looks like a video game site. Adios, yep, the same guys that make Hitman. So basically, on this website, what it'll do is it'll showcase the absolute best websites on the internet right now. Look at that, gorgeous. And what you can do is you can, oh wow. Excuse me, I'm just being impressed. But what you can do is go on these websites, see what people are making, see what top end developers are working on, and take inspiration from that. It's not stealing if it's inspiration, right? Nothing is original anymore. So go on, even if you like the menu, whatever it is. See, you can do this with Elementor and stuff. So whatever it is, you see a website, you like it, get planning, be like, okay, cool, this is something I can try to do. And the more you practice, the better you get. Practice makes perfect. We all know that. So with that, I'll give you my 4th tip, which is communication skills. So the same way I'm talking to you, be the same way I talk to my clients, upbeat and friendly, at least I hope so. But communication skills are absolutely key. Why? Well, because whether you're talking to a client, trying to understand what it is they're looking for in a website, which, that's a whole entire other discussion. A website needs to be more than just beautiful. It needs to be practical. It needs to be more practical than it does gorgeous, quite frankly. It's all good having a good looking website, but if it doesn't perform, or it's confusing to use, or any of the above, it's not worth anybody's time, and you'll find that it won't convert. Like I say, I'm probably going to make a separate video just about covering what you're looking for in web design and such, so we won't go into that now. But communication skills, if there's one thing you take away from this video, it should be tip number 4. Communication skills are key. Like I was saying, you need to understand what it is your client needs, what your customer needs. So even if you're building a website for yourself, if it's an online store, a service-based website, whatever it is, you need to be able to communicate your message to your visitors. For me, I've been in web design for about 4 years now. Excuse me. So what I find is I collaborate with a lot of different people. whether that's artists, you know, from illustrators, etc., to actual A/B testers, so people who have taken my website, they're looking through it, they're telling me, oh, this is not great, this is great, this could be better, etc., etc. Communication skill in this industry will change the entire game, more than learning to program will. I will tell you that much. So whatever it is you're trying to accomplish with your website, please try and improve your communication skills. Obviously, there's a million ways to do that, so we won't get into that either. But definitely, that's a key takeaway from this video. And last but not least, fail fast and always seek criticism. I'm sure you've heard this a million times, especially if you're interested in the business world. Everybody tells you fail fast and lose essentially as many times as you can. But this is core advice, simply because you can build something, you can think it's the utmost brilliant website, you know, that you've ever made, and then you can show it to somebody and they will be like, well, sorry, dude or dudette, this kind of sucks. So what you want to do is just build, practice as much as possible and show even if it's awful, as long as you're building and you're showing people, you'll learn quicker. So you don't want to, I feel like at the beginning of my web design journey, I wasted so much time just building websites and being in my own head like, oh, this website is awesome. It sucks so much. It's not even a joke. So definitely, you know, it doesn't matter if you're sharing it online, whether you're sharing it with your family or your friends. You need somebody to be blunt with you, frankly, otherwise you're never going to progress. I know that sucks, you know, it's going to check your ego a little bit, but it's needed. It's needed if you really want to make it as a web designer. Again, even if you're just here to build your own personal website, the more feedback you get, the more you can improve, you know, whether it's your copywriting, you know, your logo, the style of menu that you have, the images you're using on your website, absolutely anything. If it can be criticized, you can learn from it. So, you know, don't fall in love with your own art, because web design is art. That's a whole different conversation. But definitely fail fast and seek criticism. I promise you will not go wrong. But there you have it. 5 awesome tips for beginners like yourself to improve your web design game. I hope this has at least enlightened you in some areas. Obviously, this is my first video, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. But yeah, so hit that subscribe button. I promise you there'll be more videos, some Elementor, hosting, etc. Whatever you want to see, leave it in the comments below, and I'll try and get to it. Oh, that shouldn't have happened, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.